and part 4 of Asagao Academy. Okay, I don't exactly remember where we left off, so let's just go with it. There are a few odd looks here and there, but nothing nearly as bad as what I was expecting. As the lecture went on, my anxiety, for the most part, faded. I took to staring out the window to avoid eye contact. A few boys were out on the field playing soccer. Wait, was that PPG? The one who's been looking at us crazily. Okay, now I remember where we are. My memory is garbage, peoples. I scooted closer, trying to get a better look. Hannah, bitch teacher. The sound of my name, I leapt to attention. If there's something more interesting outside than samurai death battles, please feel free to enlighten us. You came here to learn, not to contemplate the scenery. Yes, Miss Shizuka, I'm sorry. Just staring at boys. She turned back to the chalkboard and continued her lecture as if nothing had happened. A few desks in front of me, a guy sitting next to Brutal Moose turned around and gave me a flashing thumbs up. Oh, that's the other gaming club, whose name I don't remember. Something about blocks. Made a face at him, unsure of what exactly he expected me to do. Then Ian turned around and socked him in the head. The other guy mumbled something to him, probably apologizing. Ian's eyes slid to me for a brief instant. They kind of looked like douche. Then he looked away. Were they looking at me because of what happened yesterday, or was there some other reason? I shook my head. There wasn't time for this. I had work to do if I wanted to keep my scholarship. Oh, so that answers our question from last episode about how much this place costs. She's on a scholarship. So, after pages and pages of notes on Japanese history, it was nearly time for lunch. Okay, everyone is almost free to go. The work tonight isn't so hard, so don't grumble. You should work together to complete it if you have a hard time. Also, as you may be aware, the Flower Festival is coming up in a week and a half. This news was met with a few cheers as everyone started to pack up. Remember, everything is flower themed here. Since you have the date of the festival off, our first exam will be the day before. There were no cheers this time. Romance is wonderful, believe me, I know, but try not to let the festival distract you, okay? That's all. See you tomorrow. I am so sorry. I'll get rid of that. Miss Shizuka flashed a peace sign and waved as she walked out the door. What a weird teacher. Oh, that lecture was so boring. Mai walked beside me, a tray in her hand. We were shuffling through the cafeteria trying to find a seat. Didn't you say that yesterday? Probably, but it's true for today too. Hannah, help me. I'm gonna die of boredom. We have an assignment to keep us busy, Mai.
What?
We already have work to do? How did you not hear that? Maybe the teacher got onto the wrong person for not paying attention. We can ogle at guys and listen to samurai death lectures, but Mai, she's out in her own little freaking world. That's okay. I slept through literally 90% of the classroom segment of Driver's Ed and still ended up with an A-. You're good. I sighed dramatically, then leaned to the side and rested her head in the crook of my neck. I reached up to pat her on the head a few times, but she straightened before I could do it. Oh God, Hannah, Paul's walking over here. He's looking at you. Does he look angry with you? Why is he coming over here? Do you think he's going to kick you again? The same Paul who humiliated me last night strode towards me. I instinctively backed away, but he kept coming closer. He better be coming over here to frickin' apologize for ruining one of our expensive-ass uniforms. I'm glad I found you. He didn't look angry to me. In fact, he was giving me an odd, lopsided smile. I wanted to make sure you weren't hurt or anything. You ran off before I could properly apologize. I looked down at my feet. It was embarrassing enough that I ran off crying like a little girl, but to know that I made them feel bad was even worse. They should feel bad! Stop feeling bad that they feel bad. At the same time, the image of my ruined uniform popped into my mind. I couldn't tell whether I was more angry or embarrassed, or whether I was feeling something else entirely. I got you pretty bad, didn't I? I think I ballerinaed too hard. It's not even a freaking word, Paul. Shut your face. He tilted his head to the side. It's a shame you're not wearing the uniform from yesterday. I like the pink splotches on you. It matched your hair. A deep, sick feeling crawled up from my stomach to sit in my throat. My dumb, stupid hair. Everywhere I went, people made fun of it. I thought the normal Boots guys were different, and he was trying to apologize. How could he say something like that to me? Not for the first time, I thought of dyeing it a different color, but quickly dismissed it. Paul was waiting for a response, by giving me a quick nod as if warning me not to mess this up. Yeah, Hannah, don't dye your hair. You don't change yourself for this idiot. Paul was waiting for a response, and I gave me a quick... Okay, I already read that. I mustered up my best smile, hoping it was at least somewhat convincing. It's okay. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm more than happy to pay for the dry cleaning. Josh and Nick and I feel really bad about everything. We've never made a girl cry before. Somehow I doubt that. That's nice of them, though, to offer to pay as well. They should. Well, not by physically injuring her, I guess. Thank you, but I was just going to scrub it in the sink. Dad and I could never afford things like dry cleaners, so I was surprisingly good at hand washing things. That thing's going to need more than just hot water and soap, trust me. Tell you what, I have a friend who's a natural with that kind of stuff. I'll ask her to get the stain out for you. Just meet me later and bring your uniform, okay? I'll try not to kick you this time. Without giving me time to say yes or no, he nodded and turned to leave. He spun quickly back around. I flinched. Are you in, Mai, right? Do you guys have a table? The cafeteria is pretty full right now. You can sit with us if you want, just for today. Yes, we'll go, right, Hannah? Lunch with the Normal Boots Club? Maybe I really could become friends with them. And then no one would bother me again. Not about my hair or the ice cream incident, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right.
Maybe there's a silver lining to this ice cream fiasco after all. He led us to the middle of the cafeteria where the Normal Boots Club sat with a table all to itself. Hey, you found her. You're Hannah, right? I nodded, blushing as I took a seat off the edge of the table next to Paul. Mai forced herself between Jared and PPG. Her eyes were only a few sparkles away from forming huge hearts. Okay, I want to pause right here for a second and say that I know that these are supposed to be based off of real people. They're fictionalized inspirations of real people. I don't know a whole lot about who Paul is based off of, but I just have to say that in high school this character's in high school, he's got the receding hairline going on. Why in high school are we having the receding hairline going on? And big beards! Why? Most schools don't let you have facial hair. Okay, moving on. Real subtle. So Hannah, we saw that you were upset and we were all worried. Are you feeling better? PPG looked at me, clearly concerned. My heart was beating hard against my chest, but I wasn't sure whether it was because I was nervous or because of the sad look on his face made me want to give him a hug. Or maybe it was because I was about 2 inches away from Paul and only an arm's length away from the other guys. As I tried valiantly to open my mouth, whispers spread around the lunchroom. Look at those girls over there. Who do they think they are? How come they get to sit there? I wish Senpai would notice me. Notice me, Senpai! Good lord. Oh my god. There are so many intentional tropes thrown into this game, it's hilarious. Main characters get all of luck. Suddenly my thoughts turned dark. Could it be that by getting close to these guys, I was setting myself up as a target instead of getting protection? My thoughts spun around in my head. I was suffocating. PPG was still looking at me, even more worried than before. I'm fine. Thanks for your concern. Please don't feel bad. It was my fault for getting in the way. No, it wasn't. Why is my character such a freaking pansy ass? I'm sorry for causing such a scene. I should have controlled myself better. I hung my head. I wasn't sure how to act around these guys, so I defaulted to extremely polite. My father would have been proud. No, he would have told you to freaking grow a backbone.
Hana.
Because mine would. Hey, Hannah, don't apologize. It was Paul's fault, right, Polly? Nick shoved Paul, who looked exasperated. I apologized as best I could, Nick. Give me a break. It was a relief that PPG wasn't staring at me anymore. Almost no one else was paying me or Mai any attention. Shane, however, was still shooting me a quick suspicious glances. It was almost like he didn't want me to be there, and I felt uncomfortable.
Hey, Hana.
Good start! How do you like it here so far, Hannah? Good. How about you? I like it here. Thank you. Gerard smiled at me, then turned away. I picked at my food. The guys were all wrapped up in their own conversations, and I was busy preventing hyperventilation from being so close to Jared. I can feel his body heat. Oh dear.
Hey.
It's Satch. You doing okay, Hannah? The smiling Satch turned to me. I know we can be overwhelming. You're fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Thanks for recommending me the book, by the way. It's been really good. Do you like it? That's great. I figured you would. It's really funny, but the narrator's annoying. Yeah, he can be a bit rude. He pushed up his glasses, then grinned at me. Okay, the relationship between Hannah and Satch is starting to remind me of how the relationship between me and my ex-husband started. It all started because we started talking about what book I was reading. And I am going to go ahead and come clean about this. The book that I was reading, can't believe I'm admitting this for all the world to see. The book that I was reading was Twilight. Okay, I have just lost all my subscribers. Moving on. He pushed up his glasses and grinned at me.
Okay. All right.
You were pretty quiet, but I knew there was more to you. Sorry, I can be a bit of a wallflower. No need to apologize. I'm sure we've all been wallflowers before. But that reminds me, the Flower Festival. He turned to the group, addressing them all, and as if on cue, they all suddenly turned to pay him attention. Who are you all taking this year? Right, the Flower Festival. Miss Shizuka mentioned it before. What's the Flower Festival? No one's explained it to me yet.
Well...
It's basically just a festival. Didn't you have those at your old school? We did have festivals at my old school, but they were basically just 40 kids grouped in a room sharing snacks they brought from home. Well, we had something kinda like that, but I stopped going.
Really?
Oh, why not? They're so fun! I didn't really want to answer. There was no way I could say, well, my friends turned on me, so when I went, people pretended I didn't exist. But Mai was waiting for an answer, and everyone was looking at me. Not into that stuff, I guess. Oh, well, maybe you'll like this one more. The Flower Festival happens all over Japan around this time of year. It's a big deal in Higanbana, I hope I'm saying that right. That's the town next to Asagao. There's apparently some kind of myth about flowers that's somewhat important. Supposedly, the founder of Higanbana was an old man who got lost in the mountains and almost died of thirst. This flower spirit came to him and offered him help in return for his vow to protect her home. He agreed, and she drained herself of all her water so he could drink. The man founded Higanbana to watch over the meadow in which he met the flower. Aw, that's so sweet. In In some versions of the myth, the man and the flower spirit fell in love. It's truly a romantic festival. One may hope to find someone with which to make a vow of eternal love, just as the man and spirit did, and live on to protect the one they love. Jared winked, and Mai swooned. He's still sparkling. So during the day of the flower festival, there's a lot of stalls set up, and you can go play games and eat food or go flower viewing. Then at night, there's a special meadow over by the temple where you can go watch the flowers, and there's a bonfire and dancing. It's a lot of fun. We look forward to it every year. Asagao sells paper flowers in the little booth to raise money for the school too. So there's usually a big volunteer drive beforehand for people who are good at origami. Origami? I'm good at origami.
Really?
Really, Shane is too. Maybe you should work together. Shane gave a tight-lipped smile. Somehow, I didn't think that would be happening.
Hey.
Hey, speaking of, I swear you rejected 10 girls last festival season. I mean, that's nothing compared to me, naturally, but there were so many girls with broken hearts. Even I couldn't mend them all. Okay, so they're kind of I forgot what I was gonna say. It didn't go from my brain to my tongue in time, and it just dissipated. You still hung up on your English girlfriend?
What?
Shane flinched, visibly taken aback. Then he shrugged. I don't talk to her anymore. Oh, Shane, I just want you to be happy, that's all. He wiped away a fake tear. Shane grimaced. Oh, goodness. How great would it be if someone asked me, maybe even if one of the normal Boots guys did? No, I doubted that would ever happen. They were only letting me sit there because they physically assaulted me. I sighed and cut my beefcake with a plastic knife. So, any girls in mind, fellas? Beside me, Mai shifted up nervously. Her eyes kept flickering from Jared to the french fries. She looked like a child who stole several cookies. Jared spread out his arms and raised an eyebrow, a god waiting for names to fall into his lap. I'm thinking of going solo this year, to be honest. Yeah, same. And you guys are boring. You aren't much better, man. I am on another level compared to you guys. I've already got my choice picked out. There was a quiet clattering next to me. Mai had dropped her fork. Yeah, I'm sure you have. And it'll probably be a new choice tomorrow. Jared flipped his hair with his hands. You know me so well. There's only so much time to make so many different girls' dreams come true. You're so full of yourself. Why does Mai like you so much? Oh, I must find the one who's in most need. So it's not even about which one you like, huh? Nope! And you make fun of me. Just then, the warning bell rang. It was time to head back to class. As everyone got up to toss their trays, I stood up and, overwhelmed with a sudden burst of feeling, shouted, "Thank you for letting me and Mai eat lunch with you today. I really appreciate it." Yeah, thanks. Hannah was having a terrible day, and you guys cheered her right up. So, see you guys again tomorrow, same time? Mai tilted her head, eyes twinkling. Hi, Paul said we could only sit with them today. It's cool. Paul waved a hand in dismissal, almost dropping his tray with the other. The cafeteria is really crowded, and we have extra room at our table. People are too afraid to sit with us or something. Well, we did kick a girl yesterday. All three of them shrugged at the same time and left the room, moving in unison like a team of synchronized swimmers. Jared dumped his tray and jogged up to catch up with them. As soon as they were out of earshot, Mai took my hand in hers and jumped up and down. You did it, Hannah! We got to sit at the popular table. I've been trying to do this for years, and you did it in 2 days. She dropped her hands and made a jokingly, I think, angry face. Main characters have all the fun. game is this game is nothing if not self-aware. I will give it that much. You'll be in pairs painting a diorama or a paper mache lamp, anything postmodern. Then write a paper on design. Or don't, that works too. But remember, this project will count for 10% of your final grade, so work hard, sound good? The only response was bitter murmuring. Miss Shizuka often ended with sound good, but she never cared about the answer. Alright, in the last few minutes of class, pick your partners and discuss your plan. We'll continue next time. In a matter of seconds, all the desks in the classroom connected. I looked at mine, but a girl, Miss Mimi Santos, already claimed her. Mai frowned at me as if to apologize. I scanned the classroom for a few other people I met, finding them already paired. I was going to be the only one without a partner. Suddenly, the edge of the desk collided with mine.
Hey.
Guess we'll be working together. Oh. Oh no. PPG sat in front of me with a cheeky grin. Didn't he sit on the other side of the room? How did he get his desk over here so quickly? He's a freaking wizard. I leaned over to look past him. He'd left a gaping hole and several collapsed students in his leg. So he's actually wanting to partner with us, even though he's been glaring at us for 2 days. What gives, PPG? Seeing my gaze, he turned around. Oh, oops, sorry. He waved sheepishly. A boy glared at him. Well, for better or worse, we're partners. I guess we are. Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Wait, no, that's not what I meant at all. You're super smart. I'm just sorry you're stuck with me. You're pretty smart too, though. Right? Not that I knew. I guess. But I hate schoolwork. I don't care about it at all. 10% of our grade depended on this project. Oh, not that I'm going to make you do it all. I may not like school, but I'm not going to let someone else fail just because I think it sucks. I've freaking been with partners like that. I was the one in class who everybody partnered with because they knew I'd do all the work. I haven't done something like this, something like that since I was a kid. The girl got so mad, I learned my lesson. He laughed, hitting the desk and crinkling his nose. I didn't see what was so funny, but from the way he was looking at me, it seemed like I should. I smiled hesitantly. He stopped laughing and frowned at me the same way he did yesterday. Do you like apple cider? Question. Sorry? Or, pinball? Or what about magnolias? Yeah, I guess I do. You guess you do? But he sputtered, opening and closing his mouth like he was trying to eat the air. I a fish. PPG's a fish. That's his secret. He's a fish. He sputtered, opening. Okay, I already read that. I searched his face, wanting to help him out. He was clearly struggling. PPG leaned forward, looking into my eyes like he was deciphering a code. Really forward. So close I could see little brown flecks in his eyes forward. What? PPG moved away, his anxious look fading into a slight smile. Actually, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it? What the hell is going on? Just speak. Speak, peanut butter. I was brainstorming a subject for our piece. But you didn't have any strong reactions to anything, so I guess we won't be doing those then. Like hell. The bell rang and students started packing up. Oh no, we didn't get to pick a project. I'm sorry, that's my fault. I was messing around. But don't worry, I'll come up with something. Just leave it to me. He thumped his chest and got out of his chair, striking a pose and giving me a wide, reassuring smile. He shuffled his desk back to the side of the room, and I packed my things away. I didn't understand what happened, but maybe it was better to forget about it. He didn't seem to want to explain. Oh my gosh. Any relationship with him is going to be a chore. I left the classroom thinking to wait for Mai, but instead, PPG trailed me into the hallway. He cleared his throat, and I turned to face him. I tilted my head back in uncomfortable degree. He was tall, but he was scratching his neck, avoiding eye contact. So, I know you said you were fine at lunch, but are you sure you're okay? I mean, you were really freaked out yesterday, so... He crept his way into my face. Personal boundaries, peanut butter. Personal boundaries. No, I'm alright. As long as you're fine. If you need help with anything, you can rely on me, though. Especially since... The uncertain look crossed his face again. Well, never mind. Are you heading back to the dorms? Yes? Nice, me too. We can go together. He pumped his fist into the air. I glanced into the classroom. Maya was still talking to Mimi, looking like she was about to rip the girl's head off. She wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go. But as we turned to leave the hall, we were interrupted by someone wearing a yellow and gray jacket. The rival club's jackets. Bum, bum, bum. My heart stopped. Standing before us was a tall man with cheekbones like no tomorrow. I didn't recognize him from our class, which must mean he was one of the other Hidden Blocks members. I didn't know whether I should scoff at him or ignore him, but before I could do anything, PPG held out his hand for a high five.
Hey.
Hey, Jeff. Jeff returned the gesture, and the two locked into a
Hey, what's up?
conversation. PPG, you pumped up about the soccer match?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this day all summer.
Right on.
Are you busy? I'm trying to get the team together right now for at least a 5-minute practice. You in? I'm so in. I have nothing to do for the rest of the day. Are my cleats still in your locker? Yep. Awesome. Let's go then. Jeff briefly looked at me and pointed. PPG turned around, surprised I was still waiting.
Hannah.
Oh, Hannah. Sorry, I gotta go. See you in class tomorrow. I'll make sure to bring my thinking cap. He put on an invisible hat and gave me a thumbs up. Oh, wait. Do you want to come to our game? It's in a few weeks at the first of the year, so it would be cool if you came to watch us. Mostly me, because I'm the star player. Of course you are, peanut butter. Wow, thanks. Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds really fun. I would love to come. Wow, thanks. That really means a lot to me. Usually the first game doesn't conjure a big crowd. Can I bring Mai? She might have planned on going anyway, but she was always including me in things. I wanted to do the same for her.
Yeah.
Totally. Bring as many people as you want. Fill up the stands. Yeah. Alright. He left with Jeff and headed back to the dorms. So I guess even though they're rival clubs, they don't, hate each other. That's good. Mai usually walked with me. It felt weird to be alone, and suddenly I realized I would feel even weirder to be in the dorm alone. Not knowing what else to do, I headed for the library. Might as well get started on some homework. Ooh, guess who works in the library? I stayed in the library much longer than I anticipated, head low over a small sheet of project ideas and a thick book. Every time I thought about leaving, a panic seized me. The truth was, I still didn't know my way around the academy. Mai had been there to guide me, and I was more focused on the people around me than the places. That's why you should pay attention to where the heck you're going. As students trickled past me, laughing and heading off to no doubt have tons of fun, I fiddled with my pencil. I would have to leave eventually, though. Hesitantly, I closed my notebook and stood.
Hey, Hannah.
Hey, Hannah, how are you? It's Gerard! I whirled around. Gerard was walking past me, a thick book in one hand.
Gerard.
Gerard, hi. I'm good, thank you. I laughed weakly and found myself wiggling my hands together. Yeah? You clearly didn't believe a word I was saying. I'm a bit scared to leave. I know that sounds pathetic, but I don't really know my way around here, so... Yeah, you look a bit like a lost otter. What does a lost otter look like? But hey, I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you until now. I've been wanting to ask you if you're settling in all right. I know that the transfer students don't really get introduced to the school the same way as freshmen do. Are your classes okay? How's your homework load? Do you like the food? Getting along with Mai? This is not an interrogation. My gosh, just give me a freaking chance. Oh my gosh. I stuttered, unsure of which question to ask first. everything's fine. Maya's great. Yeah, she showed me around the campus recently. It was very nice of her, but she wasn't very thorough. A grin slowly appeared on Gerard's face, as if he was unwrapping a present. I can show you around if you like. I used to give tours to incoming students. If you're new, you really should get a tour. Yes, we need to know where the hell we're going so we don't have to be dependent on our roommate for everything. Gerard's eyes lit up at the mere mention of a tour. I felt bad turning him down.
Right.
Great, we can start at the boys' dorm. I need to put my books away. He laughed and headed out of the library. I fell into step alongside him. Has anyone told you we don't get many transfers? It's been implied. I always wonder what new students think of everything right when they get here. I wish I could experience everything here for the first time again. Was your old school anything like this? Not at all. It feels more like a college campus because of the dormitories. My old high school was just a big brick building. Gerard nodded. I thought he wanted to say more, but there we were in front of the boys' dorm. He pulled open the door for me, and once inside, he held open his hands.
Oh yeah.
This is the Bluebell house. It's where the boys live. It's literally a carbon copy of the girls' dorm, except the walls are blue. Feel free to walk around, but probably don't go in any of the rooms. I'm gonna go drop this off. I'll be right back. Yeah, technically, Hannah shouldn't even be in here. Boy, yeah, no. I don't know exactly what the rules are and things like this, but usually she shouldn't be in there. He raced off to the stairwell, then took them two at a time. I got the feeling he was rushing so as not to make me wait longer than I had to, and I smiled. It made me feel cared for. There wasn't much to look at or do while I was waiting, though. I stepped to the side so as not to block the door and stretched out my neck, listening to the sounds of an action movie from a room nearby. Maybe I should wait outside? I headed for the dormitory door, but when I reached it to pull it open, the door swung open by itself, and two yellow-jacketed men stepped into the hall. I stared up at them in shock, and they looked at me the same time. Whoa, pink hair, that's unique. The one on the right instantly called out my hair in a thick British accent. The other, probably the youngest student I met so far, scanned me up and down. I'm not going to try to do a British accent because I'm not going to offend anybody by butchering the fuck out of it. You're the girl who sat at the Normal Boots Club today, aren't you? You could tell? Was my presence already so well known just from sitting at their table? I wasn't sure whether to be pleased or upset, but the men in front of me were busy talking amongst themselves. I never thought they'd entertain having a girl join them. Do you think it's because of the puzzle incident? Shane would never be comfortable with someone joining up just like that, though. They hardly know her. There must be some reason she sat with them, though. Why don't you... Okay, talking about me like I'm not there is rude. Why don't you just ask me? Okay, just ask me. Okay? If they're planning a secret weapon, we should get back at them. Excuse me! I shouted in the middle of them, shocking even myself. I wasn't usually so loud or forward, but the way those two were bickering gave me the impression that if I didn't stop them, they'd keep going on forever. I'm right here. You can just ask me something if you're confused. There you go, Hannah.
Hey.
Hey, you're right. So, you joining the Normal Boots Club then?
What?
But joining the Normal Boots Club never even crossed my mind as a possibility. All I was thinking about was getting in good with them, getting on their good side so that hopefully people wouldn't mess with me. Actually, joining the club? Was that even possible? And weren't they gamers or something? I had almost no experience with video games. There was no way I could be able to join. Seeing my crestfallen face, the young member backtracked. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. We're members of the Hidden Blocks Club. The Normal Boots Club is our rival in tournaments. So we were just wondering.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful person.
I was not expecting that. Yeah, definitely not trying to do the accent. I'm just going to call him Caddy. I'm Caddy, and this is Jimmy Wetzel. You can call me Caddy for short, though. Everyone does. Yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce your full name. Everyone? Jimmy cast a knowing glance in Caddy's direction, and Caddy riddled. Almost everyone. Beautiful? Thank you. Don't mind him. He tells everybody that. Because everybody is a beautiful person. Ouch.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, guys. Gerard skidded around the corner, panting as if he ran the entire way. In fact, I didn't doubt that he had. I see you met Hannah. She's a new friend of ours, so be nice to her, all right?
What?
Would we ever be anything but nice?
Yeah, whatever.
But last year's tournament would beg to differ. That was one time, and that was only because Shane ate my pizza. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Later, guys.
Anyways, I don't want to keep you. I was giving Hannah a tour of the campus since she's new here. Well, it was nice meeting you. I hope we'll see you around more.
Bye.
It was nice meeting you. I don't feel right about those two. Gerard waved the pair off as they climbed the staircase, then held the door open for me again. And we're off again. Okay, we'll go on this tour and then we'll end the video. That's Azalea Arts Center. There's a recording booth and lots of spare rooms for folks to meet in. The theater's right next to it. It's where John holds the drama club and its rehearsals. I think the student council elections are held there, and Jared has a special event at least once a semester. Last year, it was a martial arts exhibition, and Jared did kendo against other practitioners in school. That was cool. He shook his head and awed.
See what I mean?
He's truly talented. Really, all of my friends are. I think I'm really lucky to have people like that around.
Gerard.
Gerard?
Huh?
Yeah? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have a question? No, that's all right. Great. Over there, you can see I can never say that. The Higginbana peeking out. You can see Higginbana peeking out of the distance. There's a field separating us, and people like to eat there. Gerard seemed cheerful, grateful, down-to-earth kind of person. He was really going out of his way to help me and be kind to me, and didn't even seem to realize what a big deal it was. I giggled. Something told me I shouldn't point it out. Despite that, I was truly thankful. He took me up to the places I did once more, describing everything and several past events in excruciating detail. It was a little much for a friendly tour, but having the names and locations of the buildings burned into my mind was a good thing. We ended the tour back at Poppy Hall after what seemed like hours of walking. Gerard was keen on finishing off the tour with the best place on campus. Ta-da! Here it is, the Normal Boots Club room. He pushed the door open and pointed inside. It looked like a regular room, filled with desks and some kind of toys. It's not much, but it's home to some of my happiest memories. He shut the door again and dusted his hands. There's a little closet here people used to store things, too. He reached to turn the handle, but paused, and then retracted his hands. Was that a shutter I saw? Just a little tip. Not before you open the door to any closet on campus.
Really?
Why? Oh, ghosts, I guess. That was strange advice, delivered strangely. Gerard was uncomfortable. I wasn't sure what to make of it. He knocked, and a few seconds later opened the door. There's probably people getting it on in the closets. The fuck? Someone was in that closet. I was not expecting someone in that closet.
Hey.
Hey. Gerard waved to the person, then closed the door, turning back to me. Who? Sorry if he scared you.
What?
Anyways, that's it for the tour. How was it? He beamed. He hesitated, but seeing his eyes twitch slightly, thought better than to bring it back up. It was awesome! Thank you so much. I learned a lot about the school and about you and your friends. It really made me feel included. What the? Why was the closet? No problem, not at all. I like helping out. I wish I had someone to show me around when I first got here.
Huh.
You have no idea how long it took me to find all the secret tunnels and make a complete map of campus. Secret tunnels?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, oh man, I've got to show you. Gerard glanced at the clock hanging on the wall and winced.
Oh.
Darn, I gotta get going. I have homework to do. But if you ever need more help, I'm here for you. He got out the notebook and scribbled something down. Then he ripped it out and gave it to me. Here, my phone number, dorm number, address, parents' phone number, emails, Facebook, blipper information. Don't hesitate to ask me anything.
See you later.
See you later, Hannah. It was really great spending time with you. Wow, are you gonna give me your freaking social security number too? Good God, Gerard. Just like that, he was gone. I put the paper in my bag, chuckling softly to myself, then paused. I had to check. We were in front of the supply closet the whole time. I fought the urge to open the door after Gerard closed it. Now I was going to see who was in there. Darkness. The light was off this time. I slid my hand across the wall looking for the switch and flipped it. There was no one in the closet. I froze, still as the paint and construction paper that lined the walls. He wasn't in here, and this was the only exit. The fuck? I closed the door, blinked hard, and walked straight back to my dorm room. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Okay, peoples. I am going to leave this video here. Looks like we're starting to get in pretty well, being friends with most of the normal Boots guys. PPG is still acting weird, and was not expecting someone in the closet. Hopefully answers to all of our questions and more next week on Mon Games with Asagao Academy. But if you do not want to wait a week to see my silly face, tomorrow is Terror Tuesday. About Terror Tuesday, I said last week that there was going to be things going on Terror Tuesday. Oh, peoples. Every time I try to play a horror game, I guess either whoever is the files are too large for my recorder to want to deal with, or whoever's making the games is putting something in the games that prevents them from being recorded, because I tried to start a series of a really awesome horror game on there, but I spent all freaking day trying to get it to record, and it wouldn't. So I'm gonna find some more stupid free things until I can figure out what's going on and figure out how to get something interesting going on Terror Tuesday. But at any rate, peoples, I will see you then. Bye-bye!